In our day-to-day life, we spend a lot of money and we lost track of how much we are spending. So, is there any way to track our expenses? Now, the simple thing that we can do is keep notes. But how convenient it would be to have our expenses in an organized way. Hi, I'm Gaurav from Know How Academy. So instead of making our notes of how much we have spent and forgetting all the dates, why don't we create an expense tracker application? Now, you would be wondering that how we can create an expense tracker application if I don't know how to code. But let me tell you, in this video, we are going to create an expense tracker app with the help of PowerApps. Also, we will use bar and pie charts to track our expenses monthly and according to our categories. So, first of all, we need to go to our SharePoint and need to create a list. As I already have my list named expenses, which have the default column title, ID, and these four columns I have created manually. First one is amount, which is of type number, and this is our category column, which is of type choice, and I have entered three choices here: food, travel, and shopping. You can add whatever you want to add. Next is our date, to keep track of our date. Fourth one is our remarks, which is a multi-line text. So this is our SharePoint list. Now we need to create our application. So first I need to go to our PowerApps, and here I will select create blank app. I will select the canvas. I will name it expense tracker and click on create. Now this is our screen one. So I will just change the name to all expenses. We have changed the name. Now I will select on insert and I will insert the vertical gallery here. First I will change the layout, and here I will display all the expenses from our SharePoint list. So I will search here SharePoint. After that I need to select my SharePoint site, and here I have selected my list expenses. Now first I will just add a sample record. In the title I will write France 30,000 travel. I will select November month, blah blah blah, and save. Now back in my application, I will just refresh my data, and first I will just take my gallery a little lower here, and this will be our title, and I will increase the font size to 18. Amount, font size will be 16, and next is our date, or we can just take our category. So I will write category, this item dot category. Okay, it is a choice type, so I will select dot value, and its font size will also be 16. Next I will simply copy it and select paste, and I will increase its size, and last one will be our date. So I will simply select here this item dot date. Now this is our gallery, and I will just add a rectangle in my page, and here I will take a label, and text will be all expenses. Font size will be 24, font weight will be bold, and I will change the font color to white, and done. Now this is how our gallery is created, and here all the records in our SharePoint list will be visible. Now one thing more, if I want to add and edit my expenses, so I need to create a new screen. I will take a blank screen here, and here I will name the screen expense details. Now here I will add a form. I will select the data source. Here we have our fields: title, amount, category, date, and remarks. Now after adding our form, we just need a button. So I will go and select a button here. I will just place it here, and I will give it border radius of 200 and increase the size of our button. I will change the text to submit, and on select I will select action submit form, and in the bracket I will select form 1, and I will navigate back to our all expenses. All expenses. Bracket close. Now in my form, in the item I have to select lookup expenses gallery 1 id equal to gallery 1 dot selected dot id. So here in my item section, so here we have added a lookup for our list expenses where id is equal to gallery 1 dot selected dot id. It means when I will navigate from here, it will be navigated to our expense detail. So when I will click here, I need to add an action navigate to expense details. Also we need to add a variable. I will name it set where form equal to edit. Similarly, I will add an icon for adding. So here I will simply place it right here. The color will be white, and it's on select action I will write the same navigate to expense details, close, and I will set my variable where form is equal to new. Now I will show you the reason behind creating these two variables. I will go back to my expense details screen, and in my form here in our default mode I will take a condition which will be if where form equal to new, then form mode will be dot edit. Sorry, form mode will be new. And if our where form is equal to edit, then our form mode will be edit. So here we have added our condition for our forms, and in our main screen on our add action we navigated it to expense details and set our variable that is where form equal to new, and in our gallery I have selected where form equal to edit. And same in our expense details we have added our condition if our where form will be new, then our form mode will be new, and if our where form is edit, then our form mode will also be edit. Now also on success I will select notify expense saved, comma, notification type is our success, which will be for 1000 ms. Now we have set our form, so I will simply go to our main screen, and here I will preview my app. Now when I click here, if I change the remarks ABC and click on submit, we have our notification expense saved. Now when I check my add action, so I will simply go here and in the title I will write shopping, or I will simply say movie, amount is 500, shopping, and the date I will select the month December, and remarks will be anything. And I click on submit. Here our data is added. Now we have set our gallery and form. What if I want to create a pie chart to display our expenses according to our category? So for that I will simply go here and I will select chart. First I will select pie chart. Here we have our chart and we want to display expenses in our chart. So for that, here in our chart I will select the chart. Initially we have this pie chart sample. I need to select here, and here I will need our expenses, so I will select expenses. So I want to display my category first, so I need to add columns, and here I will select my list expenses. Now I am adding a new column, so I will name it category name. We cannot take directly because our category type is of type choice. So I will select category dot value. Now as you can see here, I am getting our category name directly. Now I will need to use our group by. Here I will open a bracket. Here I will write group by and comma category name comma grp group category. So here this is our category name and group category is our total record. Now we also want to display our amount. So for that I will add a comma, and here I need to add another add columns, and here I will name the column total spend comma, which will be sum of this record dot category comma amount, and in the comma I will close here. So now as you can see, we are getting our category name and total spend. Now I want to display it with label, so I will first format it and I will add another comma and write here label, which will be our category name and double quotes bracket and sum, which is this record dot grp category comma amount comma close, and then and close. So for our pie chart in our items I cut. So in our pie chart in the items we added, first we add our column category name to display our choice type, which is category dot value, and also we group by it with our group dot category. Then we add another column total spend to calculate the total number of amount, And to concatenate our label of category name and amount, we use this. Now here the label will be label and total spend is this. Now when I preview it, first I will change the amount, let's say 300, and submit. So this is how our pie chart is distinguishing the records according to our category. Now we displayed our pie chart. So here we displayed our pie chart. Now if I want to distinguish our records on the basis of month, so for that we will take another chart which will be our column chart. And here in our tree view, I will change the title expenses by month. I will reduce its size, expand it here, and I will simply remove our title and increase our bar chart size. Now simply in our items we need to write add columns first. Then I will select our list. The column name should be month, comma. I will select text, which will be our date, and our date format should be dollar hyphen English US, and then I will select the month, which will be 3 letters of our month, and then our year, and close. Now here we can see the month. We have added our column. Now also we need to group by, so I will write month and group expense. Simply I need to add group by month, and then I will add the formatting. After that we need to add columns. Then I will select total spend, comma, sum, this record dot group expense, comma, amount, and close. So here we have our November. If I just reduce this and increase here and click on preview, now in our movie section I will select December and click on submit. Now, and here as you can see in our bar chart we are getting our total spend here. Now simply if I edit my record here and change the month to November and click on submit, so here we are getting only one bar chart, which is the sum of our both the amounts, that is 800. So this is how we create our chart in our Power Apps. We haven't organized it in a good way, so I will just reduce it here and here I will increase its size and place it here little here, and so this is how we created our two different types of charts in Power Apps with our group by function. So we will just discuss our group by again. Here we simply first added a column named month. With the help of our date column, we formatted it to get it in the form of month year form. Then we used our group by to group by it with our existing records. Then we created another column with add columns to sum the amount. This is how we created our expense tracker. So in this video, we learned how to create an expense tracker application in our Power Apps. We created two different types of chart in our Power Apps. First is our pie chart and second is our column chart. In our pie chart, we calculated expenses according to our category, and in our column chart, we calculated our expenses according to the month. Thank you for choosing Know How Academy as your IT source. We are always there to help you navigate to the tech world. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. So stay curious and keep learning.